Right, so now we are finishing up Google Slides day 5 and 6 for landforms on Earth's surface, okay? So how does convection move things? So things like air or tectonic plates. So remember back to Miss Meyer's video? Or not Miss Meyer's video, I'm sorry, Miss Meyer's presentation. Okay. So what happens?
I remember.
Okay, what do you remember, Noah?
So like the hot smoke would go up to the tube, and then it would go down because it was very cold. And then it would start moving to the candle, and then it went up, and then just kept on cycling itself.
It kept cycling itself. It would go up and down and up and down. Okay? Did you answer the question? Go ahead and type it in, please. How does convection move things through the air? Okay? Okay, Sophie?
It says something like trash, it will remove everything on my phone. It says something like Google Trash is changing starting October 15th. Items will be automatically deleted from your phone.
Okay. How does convection move things? Dylan? Yeah, so how does it move tectonic plates like land? You want Noah to say it again? But how does convection move things? Noah, can you say it again? Hopefully everybody's listening.
Convection moves things because of like I think because of hot and cold.
Okay, so we can say we think, this is our hypothesis, we think that convection, I should be hearing typing. Like hot and cold. Anything else? Thomas?
Maybe it can make volcanoes explode.
So maybe the heat and cold also make volcanoes? Okay.
Make the underwater ones.
Like creating volcanoes and eruptions.
I thought you said erosion, and I was like, erosion is
Keep typing, Sophie, pull your mask up.
Oh.
Noah?
And gravity.
And gravity. I'm not going to put gravity because we're talking about just convection, okay? Okay, once you have that, and give me a thumbs up when you've moved on to the next slide. Sophie, mask up. Thank you. Give me a thumbs up once you have moved on to the next slide. Okay, that's 4 people, 5 people, 6 people, 7 people, 8 people.
You isn't letting me type. If you want to move to the next slide, you could just press these arrows.
Yep, just click on the arrows to move to the next slide. Okay, ready? Convection in the air. Oh.
Wait, I'm not done. Wait. Where? No. I'll look for the paper we needed it.
Okay, then you need to put in your own one. Okay, convection in the air. So here is a picture of like what the presentation was of Miss Meyer on Tuesday that she did. Here are the things that she used, okay? You're going to use your markers or your pencil to show on here what we saw, what had happened. Okay, I'll draw on here the observation. Thank you for putting your name on your paper, Ariana. Quickly, Sophie.
Can I have another pencil?
Okay, start drawing what you saw was happening during Mrs. Meyer's
On the back or the side?
presentation.
I've never seen any of Miss Meyer's video. There wasn't a video. I came back to life. Do we like
Yes, that's what I said.
Can I have a pencil? Yeah, I just want to copy Tom.
Yes, Sophie.
Can I have a pencil?
Right.
Make sure things are
Draw what it looked like. What did you see?
I can't draw what it looks like.
Okay, then you can take a picture of it using the webcam on your Chromebook. Thomas, you should be drawing right now because you were there for the observation. You cannot take a picture of it on your Chromebook.
Okay. Can I screenshot?
So you have to do insert.
I know. What does it mean by this? I'm confused. How? This is what I saw.
Okay, so you'd have to click insert, image, and then camera.
I know that is the one.
Okay,
I'm confused what you
insert, image, camera. Okay, so I'm going to have one of our classmates and I'm going to show it on the screen, okay? Hold on. Okay, so here's one.
Is that shallow?
Pull your mask up. Thomas, sit down. Okay.
You just show it to the police camera. You just show it.
Ooh. Okay, here's another one. I like how Noah also labeled that this area is hot, this area was hot, and these areas had cold. These are ice cubes on here. Okay?
Excuse me. Can I please be here? Make sure I can help you. How do you make it the other way? Are you trying
Thomas,
to
put
make
your
it
phone
self?
down and you're going to have to hold up the picture.
Wait, how do you take a picture? How do you take it?
Okay, here's both.
Wait, can you put my name?
No, it's not.
Why? It looks so
Okay, here's another one.
Wait, I want to show you. Did I take a picture? Yeah. Put my name on it. They will never know.
You need to draw in the smoke. I like how Noah labeled where it was hot because of the flames.
Wait, how do I take a picture?
Go insert, image,
I don't see the video.
insert, image, camera.
What do you think I need to Oh.
Okay?
Do this.
Quickly. Then give me a thumbs up once you have gone on to the next slide and start answering some questions. So can you explain why the smoke moved the way it did? Can you explain why the smoke moved the way that it did? Thomas and Marley, quickly. Marley, without talking. Hint. Think about how the temperature of the smoke changed as it moved through the chamber. Okay, so we're on this slide. Ledger?
The coal, and then, so the coal made it, like, stay low, but then when it reached the, handle, it started to rise.
Okay, so the cold temperature makes air
I have a question.
lower. Period.
I have a question.
Marley, quickly get in your chair. Yes, Thomas?
My question is,
The hot
if there
temperature.
was more cold than hot, would there still be smoke?
Yeah, there could be fog.
Then what was that smoke?
The smoke in the presentation.
Yes.
Well, that was. Okay, then forget about it, Marley. Go on to the next one, quickly.
Okay, never mind.
So the hot temperature makes air. This should be rise. Period. The cold temperature makes air lower. The hot temperature makes air rise. Quickly, Dylan. Good, Bo. Thank you, Alejandro. Thank you, Thomas. Okay, next question. What do you think this has to do with how tectonic plates on Earth move? Put your mask up. Thank you. Sophie.
The cold temperature can freeze stuff and I forgot what I was gonna say.
Okay, I kind of get where you're going. So think about this. Here, the thing that was moving up and down was the air because of the ice and because of the flame, right? So now if we're thinking, how does this have to do with tectonic plates? Eyes are on me. Tectonic plates have to do with the land, right? The land, the surface land that we are on. What would be the heat that's with the surface land, Ledger?
It could be cold at the top and hot on the bottom.
It could be hot.
And that could be it forces the tectonic plates to move.
Okay, so what would be the heat that's under the crust? The core. The core and then magma in volcanoes, right? The lava in volcanoes. Okay, so Sophie, think about this. So what do you think this has to do with tectonic plates on how on the Earth move? Ledger talked about the core of Earth. Dylan, put it away.
Make the hills rise.
The core can make hills rise and cause earthquakes. Okay. The core of Earth can cause earthquakes. Typing. By raising the tectonic and heat.
Wait, what do I do?
Yes, Ariana?
Is it bake day today?
Is it what?
Yes, it's bake day.
still on my screen.
If school wasn't a thing, then you just.
Okay, give me a thumbs up once you moved on to the next slide. Okay, that's 3 people, 4 people, 5 people.
Can I do it on my Chromebook? Okay, how do I go? Okay, you go to I want to pick a book. Can you do this? Help me. So you go to class. I can you guys go to science, just come here and do it. I want a book. I want a book.
We'll have to see if Miss Brittany has time. Mohammed and Dylan had to leave the group, so they didn't get to check out a book.
Do we not have school on everything? They don't have school on everything. How about everyone go down? We don't have school.
Okay, next slide. Ready?
Hey, am I finished?
Okay, so here is a video to watch another similar demonstration. Okay, Merle, Sophie, ready?
How do I go on it?
Did you find
I
it?
don't know what slide is it.
You sure?
Okay. Oh, there we go.
Okay.
Miss Brittany.
I already watched that video.
So what should we do? Dylan and Mohammed had to go to a group, so they didn't get to stay to check out a book.
Okay. What would you guys? Would you like to read, bud? And I'll grab you something because we're not able to really. Do you want to wait till next week and pick one out, or if you'd like, I can run down and grab you one?
Can I come?
You can't go in.
Unfortunately not. Do you want me just to pick one for you guys? You got it, Mike. You got it.
I like-
graphic novels?
What is
Ooh,
that?
you look scary.
That's,
You got it. Do you want?
okay, you're watching?
Videos I watch right
You
here.
got it, buddy. You got it. Sign
Yeah,
it.
like Soul Street.
Okay, should I play it again?
Soul Street. Yeah. Can you erase the letters?
In a minute, Mohammed, still ready. Okay, thank you, Miss Brittany. Okay, so can heat make fluids move?
Yes.
Okay, watching, ready?
0 lights and 0 dislikes.
Okay, so there's cups, the flame. Oh. Okay, so they put this glass pan and they're putting oil in it. And they're going to put on top of these 2 cups so that the flame can be under it and heat up. Okay? So there's oil. This is, I think, just
Sprinkles.
a vegetable. Yeah, they're like herbs. I think they're chives.
And they're mixing it.
They're mixing it around, so just so that it spreads out. Yes, Ariana?
I have a question about school.
Okay, in a minute. They're turning on the flame.
It's hard to say. You can't see the button.
Okay, so what do you see is going on now?
They're rising.
They're
they're
rising. The ones that are going directly under the flame, they're going up and then they kind of move out.
It's trying to symbolize an underwater volcano. Okay.
No.
And the wood.
Okay, here's the landforms. Okay, is that a better look? Okay, I want to see what that like vegetable was that they had. Oh, I paused it.
It looks like broccoli.
Mohammed. Okay, back over here. Oh, that's math. Okay, so now let's go on to this slide. Ready? Yeah. Funny. Okay, back over here. Yes, Emma?
Can I use the restroom?
You're gonna have to wait till we're done with science. Okay. Ready? So here is a picture of the layers of Earth. Dylan, over here. So we have the outer core, the mantle, and then here we have the other parts of the mantle that are moving back and forth. Here it says the subduction zone. Here it says the mid-ocean ridge, and then the lithosphere right here. Okay, so this drawing is a hypothetical. Since we can't cut our Earth in half, this is what in half like we would have cut an orange or like an onion and how it has different layers, right? So this is one possible pattern of convection that scientists think that may be responsible for the movement of tectonic plates. Okay, go on to the next slide.
So are you saying we're moving right now?
Okay, so again, here's the outer core, here's the mantle. So the outer core is pretty dang hot, okay? So this outer core, the heat from here is directly going up through this way, right? So kind of like the little things that were in the pan in the video that we watched, they would go up and then move out and then come down, just like that. It would keep rotating because the heat keeps pushing it up. So this is another hypothetical drawing showing another possible way in which convection is responsible for the movement of the tectonic plates, okay? So because this heat is constantly pushing up and pushing up and pushing up, the lithosphere, the tectonic plates, eventually start to thin out and they start to break apart because they keep pushing up on it, okay? Next one, ready? Okay, so we did 3 activities for this lesson. First, we looked at pictures of volcanoes, like on day 1. Did we learn anything from that activity about why Earth isn't flat and how mountains are built? Did that first day when we just looked at the pictures, did it teach us why Earth is not flat?
Earth is thin.
It didn't really teach us why, but we do know the Earth is not perfectly flat because we have volcanoes on our Earth, right? Okay. Okay, so we can say yes. So if we don't turn it. Okay, ready? Yes, comma. Mohammed, this one? We know that what? We know that the Earth is not flat because, comma, type it in. Dylan, typing. Yes, we know that the Earth is not flat because what? Nope, that's not evidence. What was the evidence? Because we have. Merle, you did not raise your hand. Yes, Noah.
Because we're smart.
Because we are geniuses.
The Earth is a donut.
Period. Marley.
No, it isn't letting me write down.
Did
You
you
think
click
that
on
the
it?
Earth is a donut? Yes. You need to go to school. Earth is not a donut. Everyone says the Earth is flat. No, it's no, it's the Earth is flat. The Earth is flat. The Earth is a turtle shell. It's a turtle shell. Just looking through space.
Okay, yes, we know that the Earth is not flat because
I know why.
we have what, Thomas?
Because then nothing would fall. Gravity wouldn't exist. Because then we would have no water. Because the water would fall off the edge.
Because we have volcanoes and mountains.
And we have to explore the
Oh, that's not how you spell volcano.
like a smart person.
Because we have volcanoes and mountains. Period. Yes, Ariana.
I kind of don't get it because if the Earth is round, you're telling me we stand like sideways? Because
The Earth is always so we could be
That's not okay. So what we're talking about is the land surface flat? Is Utah flat?
No.
No, it's not flat because we have hills, we have mountains.
I thought you meant the world.
The Earth is not flat. Okay. Then finish typing it in. Then we compared the Earth to an egg. Remember? Did that help us learn anything about how mountains are built?
No. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
tectonic plates come up and
Because the tectonic plates crack.
no, they crash and
Leave me alone, Ray.
so they move and they move.
Okay, so what did we learn from the eggshell model of Earth's crust? Thomas?
Also, stand up the Earth and I thought you said we couldn't come in there because of Corona.
You cannot touch the door.
He can't because it's her door.
Oh, I thought you said we can't be on Earth.
Okay. Okay, so what did we learn? So when the Earth's crust cracks,
It makes a crack in the earth.
yeah, that's what we had said with the egg, remember? The crust of the Earth cracks just like the eggshell cracks. Okay, what happens with those tectonic plates? What do they do?
They move.
They move. Good, okay. So what did we learn from the eggshell model of the Earth's crust? We learned that
That the earth cracks. The world is like an egg. That just keeps coming.
answer the question. Dylan, typing. We learned that Mohammed.
What is he saying?
We learned that the tectonic plates can crack and shift
I can't see.
We learned that the tectonic plates can crack and shift.
No!
Just open it back up. It'll save. It automatically saves.
Oh, I thought
We learned that the tectonic plates can crack and shift
Forward.
apart or closer together. Sophie, pull your mask up. Okay, last one. Ready? Finally, we explored. Are you done with this one? Finally, we explored convection in the air and with the heated oil in the video. What did we learn about Earth's crust from that activity? So what happens to the Earth's crust when all that heat keeps hitting it? Ledger? It can rise. I like it. Okay, so the Earth's crust can rise
This goes on.
So quickly finish up. The Earth's crust can rise. Anything else? Both?
And shift.
And shift. I like it. Sophie, what were you going to say?
That he can make like the hills move up and down and make earthquakes and stuff.
Okay, keep typing it in. Ledger?
And at the end we can say, because of heat.
Because of heat, the Earth's crust can rise and shift because of the heat underneath. Period. Are you done with this one?
Yep, I'm done with both of them.
Yes, Emma.
Now can I use the restroom?
We're almost done. Okay. Done with this one? Can I erase?
Yeah.
This is
Thumbs up.
Never mind, you can erase it.
Okay. All right, last slide.
Whoops.
So we learned that Earth's plates are moving because of hot, moving rock beneath the crust of the tectonic plates.
Yes.
So does the movement of plates have anything to do with building mountains?
Yes.
What do you think?
Yes. Yes.
Yes?
Earthquakes.
No?
Yeah. Tectonic plates.
Okay, so remember that for next week, okay?
Like the 90s. Okay, can we edit it out or can we submit? They go.
Huh?
Or we submit.
Yeah, you can submit. Okay, so next week, Ledger. Next week we're going to investigate that question. We've learned that mountains can be built through volcanic activity. So some of you said old volcanoes. The thin crust of the Earth is divided into tectonic plates that move because of the hot moving rock inside of Earth. So do you think melted rock moves fast or slow? Slow.
Like me.
Okay, so now we're wondering whether this movement of plates of Earth's crust contributes to mountain building. Okay, so we're going to figure that out next week, okay? So go ahead and finish up your questions and then click submit.